Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to talk to you a few things about learning how to do some laser engraving. I found it was best that I first got to know my laser, what it was capable of, and what materials I wanted to engrave on. I want to caution everybody, please take heed, do not cut anything with PVC in it. This includes vinyl records, some other plastics such as phone cases and toys will contain PVC. And if you're ever in doubt, you can do a quick test by taking a copper wire loop and heating it up with a propane torch till it gets nice and glowing. Drag it across the material till you get some that adheres to it, and then placing the copper loop back into the torch until you get a flame. And if the flame turns green, you have positively identified that there is PVC inside the material, and you should not cut it. It releases hydrochloric acid gas when you vaporize it or cut it, burn it, any of that, and that is rough on your machine and also your personal health. It can destroy your lungs, it can cause eye irritation, nose inflammation, a number of symptoms bad on your skin. Just be safe when you guys are engraving. I found a good place to get test materials is Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. You can usually pick up bulk materials for pretty cheap. Walmart has a nice offering of cutting boards and other wooden utensils down in the kitchen aisle. It'll allow you to test on bamboo and some other hardwoods for fairly cheap. They have the bulk buying power and also the ability to sell you the items for cheap. So take that to your advantage and use it to do some of your testing before you go out and buy some expensive wood and go test on it. Also, along the lines of getting to know your laser, try engraving something at higher powers and also lower powers and varying powers in between until you can find a good happy medium. You don't want to push your machine too hard or too fast. That just decreases the life of your tube and also your stepper motors and drivers when you're controlling this. You also don't want to go too slow. It's just a matter of time. You're energizing that tube for longer, so try to find a happy medium. Something else to mention, be patient. Don't get frustrated if you don't first succeed. I've gone through probably $100 or $200 worth of just raw materials, plywood, just testing stuff out. I don't make anything to sell it normally. I have made an item or two here and there for some friends who refuse to just let me give them the item, and they insist that they pay me for it, so I let them. But most of the time I do this for fun and mainly to interact with the community. So try not to take it too serious. If you're trying to do this as a business, invest in something better than a K40, even better than one of the cheap 50-watt lasers. If you're wanting to look at using laser engraving for a serious business, seriously consider going out and getting yourself an Epilogue or a Boss or a Trotec laser. They will suit you for production needs, and they offer customer support from very large businesses that want to make their customers happy. So if you're wanting to do this for less than a hobby and more for a production sense, you're better off buying a commercial laser. It'll pay for itself in the end. It's just like the difference between buying a MKS Base 2 or an AZ SMS board as opposed to a real smoothie board. If you want all the bells and whistles of a real smoothie, don't go out and buy a clone. Calibration testing. If you go on the G Plus groups and look in the laser web, show and tells, and maybe some of the others, you'll find some calibration images. Those will be your best friend. Use those. A 0 to 100% grayscale image is great for testing out your PWM. You're going to want to test it at different speeds for both minimum and maximum. This all might change with LaserWeb 4's implementation. Can't wait to see what some of you guys are working on, and I want to tell you thank you for all the hard work that you've put in, and I can't wait to put some rigorous testing into this new software. I don't know, this community's awesome. That's all I can say about that. Another thing about getting to know your laser, make sure you know how to align your mirrors. Make sure that you know how to clean your mirrors properly without scratching them, and make sure you have all the equipment on hand to do the alignment and cleaning process, because there's nothing more frustrating than trying to troubleshoot a problem and it all boils down to a quick and simple alignment issue, or a dirty lens, or a mirror that you forgot to clean. So know where all your mirrors are, know how to adjust them, and know how to clean them properly. If I've missed anything else, be sure to hit me up, let me know that I've missed something that I should cover, and I will be more than willing to go over some more information if I have to. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great evening.